Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing good. Wanted to share this video. This video is just about a little bit about my backstory and my origin. And my intention is to hopefully this can relate to someone out there. When I was a young kid, I was very skinny, and I needed to also develop some mass on me, some strength, and not to mention confidence as well, and self-esteem. I was born with an ocular albinism condition. It's a low vision condition, and that really didn't help much at all with my confidence. I was very shy as a kid, so I decided, took some taekwondo with some buddies, and then that really helped me with my focus, my self-discipline, and I started to develop those skills over time. But taekwondo was really something that really boosted my self-confidence and self-esteem, and of course it helped me learn self-defense skills as well, because being really skinny, I was bullied on quite a bit in elementary school. I was more of a runner than a fighter. So I developed some self-defense skills, and that taught me to stop running, but it really wasn't enough. So as I got older, you know 12, 13, yeah, I was working labor as a kid for my dad, and I was lifting really heavy wheelbarrows, full of rocks, bricks, you name it, debris. So my job as a teen was basically in the summers to do labor work for my dad. And I'm like, yeah, I need to develop a lot more strength. So I started taking up bodybuilding, and just joining the first gym I joined, I think I was just paying drop-in fees because I didn't have money for a membership, but it was the YMCA, and it was a basement gym. It was really smelly, and I started training there. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to be there and watch other people, see what they were doing, and copy them. So basically, I was about maybe 16 years old at the time, 15 or 16. And from there, I just loved it. I loved being in that atmosphere. My focus got even better. My self-discipline was getting better. And I knew like bodybuilding was something that I wanted to keep pursuing, because having self-defense skills just wasn't enough as a deterrent for bigger people to basically, pick on me. So got into bodybuilding, and I basically wanted to increase my muscle mass and strength. The first program that I ever tried was a Russian Bulgarian type of system, and it involved a lot of periodization work, a lot of repetitive work, which I call practice. To me, when you go to the gym and you do a workout, it's practice. So a lot of people that have the goals of losing weight, by using the gym, you got to remember that when you're going into the gym, you're practicing something. You're not just going in there, without direction. You want to have direction. You want to have a structured plan, and that's where, to me, a lot of my results came from structured plans. So this was like a book that was about 500 pages, and every week was something different. But every week wasn't like a thousand different exercises. It was literally a handful of exercises, the basics, the foundations, and then a lot of the volume rep scheme would change, and basically from there I developed a lot more strength, a lot more of a power bodybuilding type of strength, and I loved it. So I loved everything about it. So even using a program like that, I was a hard gainer. So, and a hard gainer in every sense of the word. It took me forever to put on muscle mass. So me being impatient, I started eating everything I could. So I had kind of like a powerlifting diet. Just whatever I saw, I ate. So that led to a lot of fat mass at the same time. But I did gain weight pretty quick, and I continued to bodybuild. And then at the age of 20, I decided to enter my first bodybuilding show. Well, I had a lot of fat on me, and this was kind of more of a challenge because there's it was kind of like it was a challenge just because I never thought about competing and I didn't know anything about competing. So I actually went to some other competitors in the gym that I was training at, and they said, "Hey, why don't you use this program? It's a competitor program." But I was like, I think 6 to 8 weeks out from the show, and I had a lot of fat to lose. And this particular plan was extreme high volume and extreme amounts of cardio. Well, I did, I stuck to the plan and I got the results and I stepped on stage and I placed first in the junior Ottawas. So that was a huge eye opener. So I saw the potential. A lot of other competitors saw the potential and said I should continue. They're like, yeah, you got to do this. You look great. Your shape is great. So I basically got into competing after that. In terms of my self-esteem and self-confidence, those just really grew. They shot through the roof. I was feeling great. But that was just one area of my life. So other areas of my life were, my career, my finances. I was still very young. I had no idea what I wanted to do in terms of career. Zero. I went, I graduated high school late. I tried going to college. I took pharmacy assistant for half a year. But, I couldn't read the bottles. So they're like, go find this bottle on this shelf. Well, it took me forever because the printing's so small. So there was a lot of roadblocks due to my vision where I couldn't pursue certain careers because of that. I can't drive because I can't see the eye chart to get my driver's license. And so there's a lot of careers that depend on your ability to drive a car. So I went the route of getting into high tech. So specifically, there was a lot of jobs back in the day then for technical support reps. And mind you, I had like no real formal education. A lot of what I did was self-taught because what a lot of Taekwondo and bodybuilding taught me was how you can adapt to a lot of different things. So how the muscles adapt, how the mind adapts. And basically that taught me that I can teach myself. So basically I started, taking my own self-study courses and basically just teaching myself about computers. So I entered the field of technical support, and I had a dozen different jobs in the technical support field since then. And I've made a really good, successful career in the technical support field. And I've always been a specialist when it comes to technical support. So I have an ability to really look at a certain type of system and basically just be an expert in it. So that led me into pursuing a coaching career. And basically at the start, I was just helping lots of people. I was basically just offering free, customized, tailored programs to over a dozen people in particular that I reached out to. And I started offering more plans just for free because I wanted to see if those people got results. And they did. And all my programs were based off of structured programs, their individual goals. And I specialized in that. So I became more of a specialist in strength and fat loss. So having those two at an early date in my coaching career gave me a lot of experience because I worked with a lot of different varieties of clients. I didn't have a specific client type that I was looking for. It was just an open market. So my audience was everyone. So I have a good idea of helping a lot of different types of people. Whatever body shape, whatever mindset you're in, whatever goals you have. I had the ability to help, but that is like very generalist. So I decided to be more specialized, and I wanted to basically help competitors. So general interest in competitors who have never competed before and they wanted to step on stage for the first time. So my specialty was getting someone who's never stepped on stage, and someone who really didn't have a lot of years of experience in that type of training, getting ready for a show, to take them from A to Z. So A, no training in contests, getting them started, getting them going, offering them that individualized, structured program, and then basically helping them get on stage, helping them place well, and basically helping them afterwards in order to keep them on track in terms of mindset. Now, I'm always growing as a coach, and there's always so many different techniques, so many different ways of prepping a competitor. That, to me, it was like there's not one thing that fits everyone, and I understood that because I went through the same thing. So I had a series of top level coaches that I hired, and these are really big name coaches that I've hired over the years. And to me, that's part of my self growth. So I'm not shy to admit I used coaches and very good coaches, and I was able to see how they train their clients and what kind of programs they offered. And I was able to take all that information and basically help my existing clients with their own individualized goals and offering them structured programs to customize and tailor to their specific needs. So when I was early on in the coaching phase, I started an online website where online coaching was not heard of back then. I was basically tapping into an untapped market. And from there, I basically started getting clients from all over the world. So helping them with, programs through email. And I said there was no social media back then. It was just email and websites. So there was forums as well. I didn't particularly like forums because there was a lot of trolls on forums, a lot of misinformation on forums. And, even to this day, there's still a lot of misinformation out there. Tons of misinformation. And one of the things I don't like is misinformation. So basically, I was able to help people who were very confused and help dispel myths about certain things. And I was always been someone that had to research and basically make sure that, this is the right way of doing something. This is the truth behind, and this is the root cause behind something. So let's basically not look at things as black and white, because some things that are black and white always have some kind of underlying cause to them. So I wanted to basically help with finding out, what really makes things tick. So I got more into the science of it. So again, researching, everything's been self-taught. And then that was early on. And then as I got older and my coaching business grew, I started taking courses. And, if you go to my website, you'll see all my list of courses that I've taken, my certifications. And that was just a good add-on to what I knew, but also further enhanced my knowledge of things. So when I was coaching, throughout my life, I got married, got divorced. I was with a couple more partners who I basically involved my coaching business with, and it didn't turn out good at all. So At the beginning, everything was great, and then our relationships ended, which ended my coaching business as well. So I had more than one coaching business. I have a really long career in the health and fitness industry. I owned my own supplement store. I worked for different supplement vendors. I was sponsored. I was an ambassador for many, many years with different vendors. And the the thing that I experienced was, in the end, bodybuilding gave me something always to look forward to. So I used bodybuilding mainly to get me out of lows that I had. I'm someone that did suffer from anxiety and depression for many years, and bodybuilding was something always that helped me through that, and helping other people help me through that as well, being a coach. So that was a big eye opener, because I knew that I couldn't really do this alone. I needed something, a passion, to help me and help me stay positive. I needed to help people to help me stay positive, because I understand that what I get back, my biggest reward from clients, is their success. And I never judged people before in my entire life, because I was someone that was judged at an early age because of my low vision, and because of being skinny and a hard gainer. I was always judged for that for a very long time. So personally, it's a rule for me not to judge anyone, because I know really how that feels. So there's really so much to talk about. I mean, I have so many years of experience. I could just keep talking and talking and talking. But I'm going to share some smaller stories with you in later videos. But for now, I just want to kind of just keep this a little bit more short. So pretty much when when I really wanted to get into the coaching business, my priority was to help people, do body transformations, change their mindsets, change their lifestyles, and just help them stay positive for whatever they're going through at that time. And another, thing that led me to coaching was to help people that have been through some of the issues that I've gone through. So I've gone through many relationships. Some were very positive, some were very negative. Some helped my business, but at the same time destroyed my business. And I fell into the trap of being basically using, alcohol as a crutch. I did have an alcohol problem for at least a year, after after one of my relationships that went really bad, that virtually almost shut down my coaching business at the same time, and also other businesses that I've had, and I'm like, it didn't last long, but it was something that I experienced and something that I passed through. So I understand addictions. I've also became a food addict at the same time, right? I had problems with eating. Being a bodybuilder, going through so many competitions, it hits everyone. So it's not like, I'm perfect or you're perfect. Basically, like, it's life, it's human. And when you're going through these types of addictions, it's chemical. So basically, your brain is looking for a certain amount of dopamine, and you're not finding it. So using different external factors as crutches was an issue for me, and it's something that I'm still partly dealing with on a daily basis. But I understand in the big picture of things, if I wanted, as someone who is into self-growth, if I wanted to make changes, I need to make decisions about them. If I don't make decisions, then my anxiety and my stress builds up. So it's either make the decision or continue with stress and anxiety. And of course, that whole cycle is stress, anxiety, depression, and it just repeats itself, right? So it's basically I'm here to basically tell you that my intentions is that I can relate to a lot of different things because I've led a pretty long and experienced life in terms of like dealing with life itself in general, relationships, also finances, careers. Currently, I've always been one to, in terms of career, work my side hustle, my coaching business, and work another job. So I've always worked 2 jobs since I was like 20 years old or more. I've always had 2 or 3 jobs, actually. I also host and manage my own websites. I build my own website. I build my own hosting platforms. I'm very technical when it comes to that. So I do a lot of, entrepreneur stuff that's just me alone. I do all my marketing. So it's just me that's doing everything. Now, I just actually joined an amazing coaches club called Coaching University. And there I have the support of other coaches that want to grow their business, but also want to grow kind of themselves at the same time. Because you can't just grow your business and not grow yourself as an individual. Both happen at the same time. So I've been doing that at a very early age, and I think it's a blessing that I am here now today with a successful online coaching business, a successful IT career. I'm in an amazing relationship at the moment with my beautiful partner, Robin, and I couldn't be happier. So everything's going, very well. I've made some pretty good decisions, and I'm just here to share that with you and have you get to know me a lot better. So if you have any questions for me, I'm still missing tons of stuff in my history and my life. But there's stuff I'm going to be talking about in future videos that is going to be very eye-opening for people that want to listen and view it. All right. Take care. Have a great day.